Hello children. In the first three exercises of lesson square root and cube root, we have learned how to find out square of a given number, square root of a number using prime factorization and division method. In the exercise 3D now, we are going to find out square root of decimal number by division method. Now the first number which I have taken here, that is 18.1476. What I told you in the previous class, that you have to make a group of 2. So here the group of 7, 6, 1, 4 and 1, 8. So we have 3 groups now. So what you have to do first? You have to take the first group first, that is 18. Now 18, below 18 what is the perfect square number? That is 16. So we have to write 4 and 4 to the right and left side both, and 16 you have to subtract from 18, you will get 2. Now what is the next step? We got 4 to the right hand side, that number's double we have to write to the left hand side again down. So 4's double is 2, 8. So we have to write 8 there. Next number, note down the next group of number, that is 1, 4. So now we have 214. Don't consider the decimal point when you are doing the division. Only when you are entering the decimal part of the number in the answer, there should be a decimal house, a decimal point. Now we are taking 1, 4 from the next group, that is decimal house. So I have put a decimal point in the answer, that is after 4 I put a decimal point. Now we have 4 to the right hand side and left hand side we have 8. The number which is left with us is 214. Now we have take such a number in front of 8, that gives you a number below 214. So try with some numbers. So in front of 8 if you take 1, so that will be 81 into 1. So 81 into 1 is 81. So that is a quite smaller number. Let us try with the next number. If that is bigger, then we can take the smaller number. So take 2 in front of 8. So it is 82. Now we have taken 2. So we are going to multiply with 2 only now. 82 into 2, that is 164. Try with 3. If you take 3 in front of 8, that will be 83 into 3, but that will be a quite big number, so we can't subtract it from 214. So let us take 2 only, that number will be 82. We have to write 2 also to the right hand side where we are written 4. After the decimal point 2 will come. So 82 into 2, that is 164. Do the subtraction, you will get 50. Now the next step is again what we have to the right hand side, 4.2. So 4.2's double is 84. So we are going to take 84 to the right hand side, and you have to consider again one more number to put in front of 84. That will be multiplied with same number, and you have to subtract it from 5076. So let us try some numbers. Now after 84 if you take 1, that will be 841 into 1, that will be a smaller number. Let us take some other number. If you take 84 and 5, that will be 845 into 5, that also a smaller number. Let us go for 6 now. 846 into 6 if you do, you will get 5076. So that is a correct number which we want. Now write that 6 in front of 2. So it will go by 5076. The division answer, subtraction will be 0. So what is the answer for that? Square root of given number, that is 18.1476, that is 4.26. Okay, the same way how we are done with the whole numbers, you have to do with decimal number only. The calculation will be same, only when you are entering the decimal part of the number, you have to write a decimal point in the answer. Now let us go to the root number. Now the question is, evaluate root 2 up to the two places of decimal. Now root 2. Root 2 is not a whole perfect square number, isn't it? Because 1 is a perfect square number, after that directly 4 comes. So 2 and 3 are not perfect square. So we have to find out it in decimal now. So how we are going to write? 2's root we have to find out. So you have to take 2 and you have to find out the answer in 2 decimal houses. So what I have done? We have to take 3 decimal houses after 2. So I have taken 2 and then after decimal house 6 zeros I have written, because we need 2's group. So 6 decimal 6 zeros I have taken. Now the first group is of 2, second group of zeros, third also is 0 and fourth also is 0. Let us solve with the same way how we are done with the previous sums. Now we are going to consider only 2. So which number is below 2, which is a whole number? That is 1. So write 1 to the right hand side and left hand side. So 1 into 1 is 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Next step is 1's double you have to take to the left hand side again and take the next group of number, that is 0, 0. Till here clear, children? Now let us do the division again. We have 100 now and 2 to the left hand side. Now we have to find such a number which gives you multiplication below 100. So try with some number. After 2 you can take 1, you can take 2, 3. Try with some numbers which gives you a number below 100. So I have done with 4. So 24 into 4, that gives us 96. Subtraction of 196 is 4. Here 2 steps are over. In the next step again what you have to do? We have 1 and 4 in the right hand side. So double of that you have to take 2 and 8. 2, 8 and take down the next 2 zeros. So we have 400 now and left hand side we have 2, 8. Now we have to see, you have to put one number in front of 2, 8. That gives you a multiplication below 400. So only 1 you can take. So 281 into 1, that will be 281. Do the subtraction. The subtraction answer will be 119. Next step, take the next group of numbers, that is 0, 0. And we have 1, 4, 1 to the right hand side. Left hand side we have to take 1, 8, 2, 8, 2. Now we have 11900. Then divide it, take some number which gives you multiplication below this number. So I have tried with 4, that gives you 11296. Here you have to take one thing in the consideration, children. This is not a perfect square number, so you won't get a perfect answer. You won't get 0 as the remainder. You will get many decimal houses as you go on doing the division. So it is told that you have to find out the answer in up to 2 decimal places. So I have done till 3 decimal places. So what was the answer we have got? 1.414. So we'll stop here. If you want, if it is told that 3 houses, so one more calculation you have to do. Here only 2 places it is told. So I have done till 3 places. You have to round up that number to 1.41. So root 2's value approximately it is 1.41. Understood? We'll go to the next sum, that is fifth one. It is told that find the length of each side of a square whose area is equal to the area of rectangle of length 13.6 meter and breadth 3.4 meters. Here one square is there and one rectangle is there, and area of both these figure is equal. It is told in the question. So area of square is equal to area of rectangle I have written. Now what is area of rectangle? That is L into B. Here the dimension of rectangle are given. Place the number whatever are given. Length is 13.6, breadth is 3.4. That gives you 46.24. Now this is the area of rectangle. Now we have to find out side of square. Area of square and area of a rectangle is same. So area of a square is also 46.24. Now using prime factorization or division method you can find out root of 4624, that will be 6.8, and that is a side of a square. Let us go to one more sum. Here in root, one value is given, you have to simplify it and find out the value of x that is asked. Root 1 plus 27 upon 169 is equal to 1 plus x upon 13. So the answer of left hand side is given, that is 1 plus x upon 13. So you have to find out value of x here, children. Let us simplify this. Here in the root, that is a fraction number. So addition of 1 plus 27 upon 169, how you are going to do? How you add fraction number? That way, with LCM, that is 169, cross multiplication you have to do. That gives you root 196 upon 169. Now 196 and 169 both are perfect square numbers. You have to learn some perfect numbers or square numbers till at least 30. So you can do the calculations quickly. Now 196 and 169 are in root. So you have to find out root of those two numbers. So 196 root is 14, 169 root is 13. So you will get 14 upon 13. Now convert it into mixed fraction, that is 1 upon 13. Now what is the answer given? That is 1 plus x upon 13. So x value here is 1. So 1 is whole number as it is, 13 as the denominator as it is. So x value here you can find out as 1. Next, let us go to the next question. You have to find out a square root of given mixed fraction. So 942 upon 2209. Now let us convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. You know how to do it. Multiplication of 2209 into 3 plus 942, that gives you 7569 divided by 2209. What I have done it here? I converted mixed fraction to improper fraction. Now 7569's square root you have to find out. 2209's square root you have to find out. I have used division method to find out. So first number's root is 87 and the second number's root is 47. So the answer will be 87 upon 47. Convert it into mixed fraction, that will be 1 upon 40 upon 1 integer 40 upon 47. Hope you have understood this exercise, children. One more question is given. Find the value of root 1183 upon 2023. Now root of both the numbers you have to find out. Here I have used prime factorization because these two, the number is ending with 3, both the numbers, and they are not perfect square. When you see the number, you can make out if the number is ending with 3, it won't be a perfect square. I told you yesterday also in the previous class. Now you should know that 1183 and 2023 are not perfect square. So I have done it with prime factorization. When you do the prime factorization of 1183, you will get 7 into 13 into 13. When you do the factorization of 2023, you will get 7 into 17 up into 17. So I have put those in root as it is. So 13 into 13, it's a pair. So that is a whole number, whole perfect square. Take it out. Even 17 is in pair. That also you have to take it out. And root 7 will remain as it is in the root. Now you got 13 root 7 by 17 root 7. Root 7 you can cancel it and you will get 13 upon 17 as the answer. Fine. Let us go to the one more sum, that is evaluate root 99 into root 396. Now these numbers also are not perfect square. So what do you have to do? We have to multiply. Both the numbers are in root. So multiply them. So 99 into 396 gives us 39,204. Now after multiplication you will get a perfect square number. Now using prime factorization I have got the answer as 198 as the root of given number. Hope you have understood this concept, children. Now we are going to solve the last sum of that exercise, children. The sum is like this: root 41 minus root 21 plus root 19 minus root 9. Now we have to simplify this root and then get the answer. While solving, what we have to do? We have to solve the innermost root first, okay, and then you have to go to the outer roots. Now what is the innermost? That is root 9. Now while writing the first step, what you have to do? The other roots will be as it is. Root 41 minus root 21 plus root 19 will be as it is. We are opening the innermost root only, that is root 9. Root 9 means the value of root 9 is 3. So we'll get 19 minus 3. So that is 16. So that will be in the next root. So what is the next step we got? Root 41 minus root 21 plus root 16. Now again root 16 is also perfect square number. So what is the root of root 16? That is 4. So that becomes 21 plus 4. Let us solve that root square root now. 21 plus 4, that gives us 25. When you open that root, you will get root of 25 is 5. Now 41 minus 5 you will get 36, and root of 36 is 6. So 6 is the answer. Now we are going to solve the next exercise, that is last exercise, cube and cube root. Do you know what is a cube, children? Cube is a number that is raised to power of 3. When you multiply the number 3 times, you will get a cube of that particular number. Now, the same way how we have found root squares of the number by multiplying the number itself, here we are going to multiply the number 2 times with itself to find out the cube of given number. Here I chosen one decimal number and one mixed fraction number. So 0.7's cube will be, you have to multiply that with 3 times. So 0.7 into 0.7 into 0.7, that gives you 0.343. The next number which I have taken, that is a fraction number, 1 integer 3 upon 5. Convert it into improper fraction, that gives you 8 upon 5. So multiply 8 3 times and 5 3 times, that gives you 512 by 112. So this way you have to find out cubes of the given number. Now to find out cube root, we are going to use prime factorization method only. Here the number which we have taken to find out the cube root is 10,500. The factors of 10,584 are 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 7. Now you know, children, for square root what we have done, we made pair of the numbers. Here we have to find out triplets of the number. 3 numbers together we have to take. Now 2 are 3 numbers. 3 also are in 3, but 7 are only 2. So we need 3 sevens to make it to find out the root of that. But here that number is missing. So given number 10,584 is not a perfect cube number. Let us go to the one more example, that is 1728. So do the prime factorization of the number. You will get 6 times 2 and 3 times 3. Now make group of 3 3. So group of 3 2's is 1. Again group of 3 2's again 2, and group of 3 3 is 1. So you will get 2 into 2 into 3, that is 12. So cube root of 1728 is 12, and so 1728 is a perfect cube number. Let us go to the next question of that. Here The given number is not a perfect cube. Some number is missing there. How we are done with square number? To find out which number we have to multiply to make it perfect square, or which number we have to divide to make it a perfect square. The same way here we are going to do. To find out the perfect cube, we have to multiply. One number is missing, we have to find out and multiply with that. So the given number is 1323. Do the prime factorization, you will get 3 3's and 2 7's. So actually here we need 3 7's. So 1 7 is missing here. So what we'll do, we'll multiply 1323 with 7, that gives us 9261. Factors of 9261, that is 3 into 3 into 3, 7 into 7 into 7. So how many 3's? 3 3's, 3 7's. So 3 into 7, that is 21's cube. So to make 1323 a perfect cube, you have to multiply that with 7. That gives you square or cube of 21. Let us solve one more example from the. Here the number given is in mixed fraction and you have to find out the cube root of that given number. So we will convert it into mixed fraction by multiplying 4 and 1331 and add 508. You will get 5832 by 1331. Now we have to find out cube root of both the numbers. So 5832's root is 18 and 1331's root is 11. So the answer is 18 upon 11. Hope you have understood the concept. Do the practice of all the sums, solve all the sums in your fair book. If any doubt, let me know. We'll solve it once again. Till then, take care. Bye.